Welcome to Around Kitsap. We are focusing on the Our GEMS and Our GENTS program today. If you don't know about it, it's really cool stuff. Stay with us. We'll be right back as we learn about Our GEMS and Our GENTS. Welcome back to Around Kitsap. We're at Mountain View Middle School, great school, Perry Avenue, Bremerton School District, and we're going to learn about the Our GEMS and Our GENTS program. To tell us about these great programs is my dear friend Harriette Bryant. Harriette has founded this program along with Vicki Collins, welcome. And there's also a third person in this founding group, Angelia Newson, and Angelia could not be with us today. Thanks so much for inviting us and telling us about this great program. Harriette, what is it? How did Our GEMS and Our GENTS come in? How did it get started?
Well, Our GEMS started in 2008. We started in Ridgetop Junior High. Actually, some community leaders were already in the school doing mentoring. And so the girls were saying, well, the guys have mentors, why doesn't the girls have one? So they approached me, and I went into Ridgetop, and they were 7th grade, and I had a couple more mentors with me, and we mentored for about a year. And so when it came time for the next year, we decided, the girls decided to come back again the next year, but the mentors didn't come back with me. So I didn't have any mentors to go in with me, so I approached Vicki, and I knew that Vicki was on the school board, and I had told her, I said, I get first dibs at you when you get off that board. And she said, okay, and so this was the opportunity. So I approached Vicki, and Vicki agreed. And so then Angelia came along. So we started out with 9 girls, and they were 7th grade, and we turned around, we thought, oh gosh, 7th grade is kind of young, you know, and maybe we should start with 8th grade. And we looked up, and the same girls came back in the 8th grade. So we decided this is really what we want to do.
Yeah, you want it going. 2008, so almost 8 years old.
Absolutely.
And yes. About how many people have you been involved with?
Well, like we started out with 9, now we have up to 250. We're in 15 schools, 5 school districts. We just picked up Bainbridge Island, and we're super excited.
Wow.
Yes.
That's just fabulous. Vicki, tell us about the mission of Our GEMS and Our GENTS.
Well, Our GEMS in particular, we want to be the premier mentoring organization on the peninsula for young ladies and young gentlemen, teaching them academic success, how to be a leader, building self-esteem and confidence, and really preparing them for their futures, whatever those futures may be.
I don't think we can get much better than that. Helping youth be successful.
Absolutely. And we teach them to be a lady and how to be a gentleman.
That's, you know, I think that's totally lost. It's been totally lost with young people. Harriette, were there hurdles getting into the schools?
You know, it wasn't too bad. The thing is we started out as a after-school program. And so what we did is we thought about it, you know, it was with the bus system stopping, you know, after-school activity buses and things. So we went back to the counselor, and we kind of negotiated and said, hey, is it any way possible that we could get class time since the students do not have any after-school bus activity? And they took a chance at Ridgetop and gave it to us. And so now we are actually in the schools at school time, and the main thing is that we really focus on academic success. And so if they're not doing well in the class when we're holding our mentoring session, we ask them to stay in class. So we make it so much fun that they get good grades, they get good GPAs, and they can attend the mentoring session. So every school, all 15 schools, we have class time.
And they are honestly really accountable. They hold themselves accountable. We have them come in and they say, hey, I need to catch up with my work. I have a test. They'll sign in, grab a snack, and go back to class.
That's
so
wonderful.
They've taken ownership of their own education.
Vicki, tell us about the kids. Who's involved in the program?
Well, we have a pretty diverse group of young men and young ladies. We rely heavily on counselors, and they just instinctively know who would be a fit for this group. So some of our young people are academically challenged, not all of them. Some of them are just socially challenged. They have some things that they just need a little push right over the edge to help them to be the very best that they need to be. Some of them are brilliant students, and they just want to be a part of what we're doing to just enhance their own selves. So we have a wonderful set of young men and young ladies.
Harriette, share a success story, because you've been going since 2008.
We have.
We've had people graduate.
We have.
Maybe graduate college even.
We
so
have.
Tell us about a success.
As a matter of fact, our first 9 girls, 7 of them went on to graduate. One actually was in the program from the very beginning, never spoke the whole 3 years, the first 3 years that she was in there. And finally we said to Leilana, we said, hey, you know, what do you like about our gym? She said, because, you know, it provides stability for me. She wanted to go to Juilliard. She played 5 different instruments, made all the state recitals, and then decided to go into the Marines. And we honored that, and we were excited about it, and we're like, okay, that's fine. You just be the best Marine you can. And boy, has she. She's on her 3rd year in the Marines. She's in Japan, and she's married. And she said that one day she's going to play for the President's Band.
So she's playing music in the Marines.
She is playing music.
The best of both worlds.
Exactly.
She gets to continue her music and serve her country.
We've had girls leave and go to Holy Names, UCLA, San Diego State. I mean, they're not joking. We just got, one of our girls just sent us a letter saying that she got her first acceptance into Puget Sound University. We've got some at PLU. We've had, how many sets of twins? I think we've had about 4 or 5 sets of twins.
4 or 5 sets of twins.
Yes. Last year we had 2 sets in the same class.
Whoa.
So it's just.
And we're starting to get
oh
siblings too, Shar.
That's what I was going to say. So now these older kids, their younger siblings said, I think I would like to check this out.
And our first set of 9 girls is actually our young advisory board members for our gyms.
That's important.
That's important.
Very, very
because
important.
We want them to come and give back to their community.
Harriette, tell us about some of the folks that come in and do guest speaking for the kids, and how are you, well, you know everybody in the community. I bet when you ask, they do.
They do. We try to put empowering women in front of our girls, and also now we try to put in empowering men as well. And so we've had the mayor come in and speak. We've had Seroptimus come in and speak.
And we've actually had Freedom 13 who've come in to do a class on human trafficking, human and sex trafficking. They visited most of our schools with their film Chosen, and they've led a discussion and really empowered our young ladies to take care of themselves and be safe.
Yeah, very,
we've
very
had
good.
We've had conversations around domestic violence and teen dating through the YWCA, and we've had so many groups. Financial literacy
Excellent.
has come
we
up.
brought in the college,
Scholarship,
college.
help with
Yes,
scholarship,
we have.
entrance exams, all the
Absolutely.
application process.
Everything.
That's really great. So I understand there's an event
Yes.
coming up. And
It's
you're
our
working
Brilliance
with-
Award.
Yep, and
Yes.
you're working with Leadership Kitsap, great organization.
Exactly.
Tell us about the award ceremony.
Well, actually, the award ceremony is a brainchild of one of our girls that graduated last year that went on to San Diego State University, and that's Kelsey Scott. She wanted to do this before she left, and we weren't able to do it last year, and so we decided we'd do it this year, and we're going to bring her back from San Diego to participate in this because we wanted to know that, you know, we're doing this because it was something you thought about, and we think it's the best thing that could happen for our girls, and so we're going to honor them, and they're going to actually honor themselves. And so with Leadership Kitsap picking us up as a project, it was perfect. Perfect. So it's our very first annual event, which we hope will go on forever. Gosh, it's just amazing. It's the first time we'll be able to get all of our girls under one roof.
Yes. So they can meet one another.
And they want to meet each other.
I bet they do. Tell me again how many students are involved in the program right now? Did
Every
you say
last one of them is 250.
250 kids
Yes.
in our community
Yes.
are benefiting from these two women and the folks that they bring in. We're going to meet some of the young men, the pilot program for our GENTS here at Mountain View Middle School. If you want information on our GEMS and our GENTS, please go to the website on your screen. They are also on Facebook. Check it out. This organization could use your support, and on that website you can learn how you can help. And it's awesome what they're doing with these young people throughout Kitsap County. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Thank you, Shar.
Thank you, Shar.
It was wonderful. Stay with us. We're going to talk to some young men in Mountain View Middle School. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around Kitsap. We're at Mountain View Middle School on Perry Avenue. Wonderful, fabulous school. I was so impressed when we walked in here as to how nice this school looks. I think students respect the school, and I think staff takes really good care of this school. And with me are 4 great young men that are involved in the Our GENTS program. With me today is Jason White. Jason is a 7th grader. Next to Jason is Trevin Austin. Trevin's a 6th grader here. Next to Trevin is Jordan Wright. Jordan's an 8th grader. And on the far end is Zach Dam. And Zach is also a 7th grader. So obviously Mountain View Middle School is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. That correct?
Yes.
So we're here to talk about the Our GENTS program, great program in our community. Jason, can you tell me what Our GENTS means?
Basically, it means like building character and respecting people, like women, and respecting everybody. Like how to, if you ever get in a problem with anybody else, like maybe in a little tussle, how to walk away from it, and how to just, respect everybody else in this world.
And how about leadership skills? Are you also learning how to be a leader and how to step up?
Yeah, since we're like the first 8 people, we're the first 4. That we should be able to teach it after the end of the year, a couple of years.
Very, very well done. The program did start in October 2015, and this is the pilot program, meaning these are the first group of our GENTS. So in this young age, by the time these gentlemen are sophomores, juniors, seniors in high school, they're going to be able to come back and help teach young people and actually be mentors yourself.
Yeah, probably.
Very good. All right, how about you hand the microphone to Trevin Austin. Trevin, tell me, how did you get involved in this program? Did you know about it, or did somebody tell you about it?
I asked some of my teachers if they knew what it is, and they didn't know what it is, so I was like, I guess I'll go try it. So yeah.
And do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Good. Awesome. Great. Hand the microphone down. And this is Jordan. Jordan, tell me about some of the things you work on in the Our GENTS program. What do you talk about? What do you work on?
We work on building character and developing scholars and preparing to be leaders in here. And we mostly learn how to be more gentlemen to women and stuff.
That's excellent. Do you talk to other people, like maybe your friends, about what you're doing in this program?
I haven't really yet, but I feel like after this I might want to tell them.
Yeah.
That way they can get interested into it. Maybe we can get them in.
Yeah, that's great. Very good. And finally, Zach. So Zach, what do you hope to learn the most? What has been the biggest benefit? Let me put it that way. What's been the biggest benefit that you have reached so far in this program since October?
Learning how to be respectful and be nice to people, and when something happens to not get too involved in it. Like if you're getting bullied, don't try and fight them, just try and be calm about it and don't make it into a bigger issue than it needs to be.
That's excellent. Zach, who are the leaders? Who are the people that come and work with you during our GENTS program?
We have Steve Harris and Daryl Thomas. They help us through this and they teach us about the program.
Very good. When you first came into the class and these two gentlemen were here, did you feel a little intimidated, or did you say, oh, these guys look pretty interesting?
I mean, basically when we first came, I knew most of them from like places around like school and stuff.
Oh, very good. Very good. Why don't you hand the microphone to Trevin? Trevin, do you think you're going to be involved in this program next year? You going to stay with it?
I might, but like I probably will, because it's teaching me to be really nice and to ask politely if you want something, and yeah.
I think sometimes in this world nowadays it's kind of hard to be nice because there's a lot of mean people out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mean people.
Yeah.
And so to be nice and, as we say, take the high road, walk away from a bad situation, that shows extreme leadership and extreme kindness. It might be hard, and your friends might go, why didn't you stay and hang out and watch that fight go on? What would be your answer to that?
I would say no, because I didn't want to get too, you wouldn't want to get too involved in it, because if you do, then you will get kicked out of school because you're part of the thing or the fight and stuff, and you don't want to be part of the fight because you don't want to get hurt, but you don't want to get in trouble because you could get in big trouble and get kicked out of school.
And the bottom line is, when we come to school, we're at school to learn.
Yeah.
That's your job.
You don't want to get hurt, and you can't come to school and can't learn because of the people.
We're going to ask Jordan one more question. Jordan, next year you'll go to the high school.
That is correct.
Do you think our GENTS program will be at the high school?
I hope so, because I like this program and I think it's helping us a lot. So I hope that it goes to the high school next year, because I'd want to be a part of it.
Very good. Zach, we're going to give you the final answer, the final statement today. Tell me why you like this program, and are you going to be involved next year?
I like it because it helps us learn how to be respectful and nice, because some of us before October, we may not have been the nicest people, we may not have been the best kids, and now we're kind of getting a little better, and as time goes on we'll probably get a lot better than we were, and I will be in this program next year so I can become a better kid and as good as I could be.
I love that. That is so great. Thank you, fellas, for staying with us today and for your willingness to be interviewed. And stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around Kitsap. We have moved to Olympic High School, this fabulous school on Stampede Boulevard in Central Kitsap, part of one of the 3 high schools that Central Kitsap has. Olympic High School is 20-some years old. Doesn't really matter. This school is also very well taken care of. As we came in today, I always notice that students and staff really take care of these buildings, and we want to thank them for that. So we're here talking to these beautiful gals today. These are the RGEMS group from Olympic High School. And first of all, I'd like you to meet Kiki Mitchell. Kiki's been in this program for 4 years. She's a sophomore at Olympic High School. Next to Kiki is Kyra Cabato. Did I say it right? Yes. I said it right. Kyra Cabato is also in her 4th year with the RGEMS program, and she's a sophomore as well as at Olympic High School. Next to Kyra is Malia Richardson. Malia is a senior. She's been with the RGEMS program for 5 years. We're going to hear a lot of good stuff from these gals. And finally, to my right is Keisha Young. Keisha was in the RGEMS program for 6 years. She's a Bremerton High School graduate, and we're going to hear about how this has benefited her life. And stay tuned for more with Keisha. So first of all, Kiki, who wants to be in media, and we're going to talk to her about helping us on BCAT. Kiki, why were you interested in the RGEMS program? And when you first started, you were at Ridgetop, correct?
Yeah.
Why were you interested?
Well, when I was first approached about the program, it was kind of like a slip, like, hey, come to this room for our GEMS program. And when I first got there, I was with Kyra, and we kind of sat down and realized, like, the program was, like, teaching, like, young women like us that we could be something, like, out of high school, and it was really encouraging. And it was definitely, it definitely changed a lot of people's lives. Like, within the program, you can see, like, throughout the program, you can see people really looking at themselves and realize, oh, I can do a lot more than what people have been telling me that I can do. And it's really life-changing.
That's excellent. Very good. So, Kyra, what do you like most about the program? What keeps you coming? Why you've been doing it for 4 years? What is it that keeps you coming?
We have a lot of great people that come and talk to us.
College, they talk to you about college and how to do
yes.
entry exams,
Yes.
how to apply for scholarships. Do you see yourself going to college?
I do. We talk about that often. We talk about choosing a man. We talk a gentleman, actually.
Excellent. We met some gentlemen this morning that are in training, 6th,
Yes.
7th, and 8th graders from Mountain View Middle School. So we know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
You want a man that, number one, respects you, supports you, understands you, makes you laugh, but also encourages you. Go, girl, go, do what you can. I'm right here with you. Plus, you want a man that has potential as well, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's what they're teaching them over there, which is good.
Good, good. Let's talk to Malia. What has been the biggest benefit to you, Malia? And you've been in this program for 5 years. What's been
Yes.
the biggest benefit?
The biggest benefit, I would say, is I've got to meet new people, learn about new paths, careers, help, school. It's given me people I can trust, people I can come to, people I can go to for help, like stability. It's,
Yeah, I do know. I do know. So you're home for the weekend, you're not in school, you might have something you want to talk about. Do you feel you could call Miss Harriette or Miss Vicki right on the phone, or message them on Facebook?
Yes, I do.
And they're there for you.
Yes.
And they give you encouragement and help you think it through.
Yes.
Those types of women and people will be beneficial to you your whole life. Your whole life. So as you mature, go to school, go to college, stay on your path, Miss
They're
Harriette
always
and Miss
there.
Vicki are going to be right there for you. Number one, being a cheerleader, saying, go Malia, do it.
Yes.
I'm thrilled for you. I'm thrilled. Let's talk to Keisha. So Keisha, you've been in this program for 6 years.
Yes.
And so you were at Bremerton High School. Was there a middle school program, junior high program, or how were you involved for 6 years?
I was involved for 6 years because Miss Harriette actually started it from a group of girls at our church. And she
Great.
started it something smaller, and then she started doing it in the schools with Miss Vicki, so that
Got
was
it.
fun.
So then you were at Bremerton High School. Now, Keisha, you've had a little fork in your path that is it was tough for you. Tell us about it.
Yeah, actually, I was involved with the GEMS, and I moved away, and I came back, and I actually got pregnant while I was in high school and was in the process of dealing with school and a baby, and needless to say, they were there for me. I wouldn't have made it without these two there for me, encouraging me, pushing me, helping me with school, babysitting, doctor's appointments, all of that. And they're still encouraging me to go down the path and be successful for me and my family.
And your family.
Yes.
Very good. And your baby is now how old?
She's 1 now, yeah.
And she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's a handful.
She's a handful. So good for you for number one, keeping your baby.
Yeah.
Tough choice. Adult, really an adult situation.
Yeah.
And you made a relationship with the baby's father, and you chose to raise the baby together.
Yes.
And is he still involved?
Yes, we're married now.
Now you're married.
Yeah, so that's been a blessing too. And
Good.
Yeah, he's
Good.
been nothing but helpful. He's an amazing father, and
Good.
I couldn't do it without him.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is great. So you're being a mom, and you're thinking about school.
Yes.
Good for you. And are you staying involved in our gyms?
Oh, yes, definitely staying involved in our gyms.
Good.
Coming in, eating all the snacks, talking with the girls. So that's definitely fun,
So
especially
now-
since I've had a relationship with most of the girls from when I went to high school with them.
That's great. So do you come to Olympic High School, or do you go to Bremerton High? Where are you mentoring and being involved?
I mostly go to Bremerton, but sometimes I go to CK, Ole.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Excellent. Congratulations. It's been a
Thank
tough
you.
road, but look at
Yep.
you shine. You're just beaming talking about your family and your path.
Thank you.
And I'm just very, very thankful, girls, for your time today. I wish you all the best. And we want to talk about snacks. We did talk about how you could help the GEMS program, and there is a website. Every school that our GEMS and our GENTS is involved with, they bring snacks and drinks, some juice, water, whatever, and they might need your help there. So ways to help you can find on their website. And we really appreciate you being with us today and sharing this great information about our GEMS and our GENTS. Thanks for joining us today around Kitsap.